Hey guys, in today's video we'll show how to create a project from zero using Next, Firebase and TypeScript. Our idea is to create a to-do list and we'll show how to use some basic operations like create, read and delete. But before that, don't forget to subscribe our channel and then let's go create our project. Here we have our command to create a new project from zero using Next. I will press enter. He will ask some questions that we'll need to answer. Would you like to use TypeScript? Yes. ESLint? No. Tailwind? No. Search directory? Yes. App router? Yes. Import alias? No. We will need to wait for this project to be created. Okay. Let's wait a little more. Usually it's very fast to create a new project. Okay, our project is created. So let's now begin to configure our project from zero to create our operations using a to-do list idea. Great, our project is created, but before that we need to create a new project and a new app in Firebase and create our real-time database too. Okay, let's go there. Okay, welcome to Firebase. Here our link. Great. Let's create a project. Let's give a name to our project, ToDoList. Oops, ToDoList. Okay, let's click continue. Uncheck this. I will not use Google Analytics and create project. Let's wait a while for this project being created. Usually it's very fast, okay? Less than a minute to create a new project. After that, we will need to create an app, okay? And connect this app to our project. Finish up, okay? Your new project is ready, great, continue. So, get started by adding Firebase to our app. Let's click here, web, and give a name to our web app, ToDoList app. Don't check this, okay? I will not use Firebase hosting. Let's register our app here. After that, we will need to create our real-time database. These information here I don't want to use now, okay? We will use later. So let's click here, continue to console. Great, our project and our app is created now. Let's click here in build and real-time database. Great. Let's wait for a while. Okay. Let's click here, create database. I will not change anything here. Okay, click next. So we need to change these options to start in test mode. Okay, this will provide some rules that we can write and delete our database options and data. Okay, so let's mark this. Okay, let's click enable and our real-time database will be created. Great. Great, our database is created, so now let's add some structure here to our database and set some data too. To do so, we need to create a new node. This node will be called of tasks, okay? This will be our tasks. So let's click here and give a name of tasks. Great. Inside of tasks, we need to create some records, but these records need to be associated with some ID. So let's create first our ID. We will create an ID with number 1. Okay, our ID is number 1. Inside of our ID with number 1, let's create some attributes like name of the task. Let's put here create a new project. Great, an example. And let's insert here to a status of false. Great. So now we have our first record created in tasks with ID number 1. This name is create a new project and this status is false. Let's create a second record here inside of tasks. To do so, we need to put here ID number 2 and inside of ID number 2, let's put name with connect with Firebase, great, and status of true. Great. Now we have two records created here in our database inside of tasks, and we are ready to create our project in Next with TypeScript now, okay? Great, our project is now ready to begin. Let's install our Firebase library. Firebase, great. After that, we need to create a new folder inside of source called Firebase. So let's do that. Firebase. Inside of Firebase, we need to create a new file called Firebase configuration. And now I have some code here that I need to copy and paste here. And inside of this code, we need to change some things. Like these fields need to copy of Firebase project. So let's remove this and let's go there to our project. Let's click here, project overview. Great. Let's click here in one app and click here. Great. And let's go here. Let's copy these fields here, these informations, okay? You don't need to copy all. Let's copy only this and paste here. Okay, great. Now we have our configuration that will connect our project to our Firebase app. We now can initialize our app here and get information and use our database here with app and DB, okay? And after that, now we can create some methods like search our informations of our database and create new records or delete some records of our database too. Great. Great. Now our Firebase is ready for connect with our project. This configuration is ready and we can fetch some data of tasks, but before that we need to change some things here. Let's close our Firebase configuration and let's open page here. Let's remove all of this code here and paste a new code. Great. In this new code I have our database configuration being imported. We need to use that. And we are using a client-side component. We are not using server-side component because I need to use effect and use stage from React, and to do so I need to have a client-side component. Okay. In this component that his name is home, I have a state called loading with initial value of true, and this is the first message that our user will be seen in our screen, okay? The message of loading is the first message that will appear to them. Okay, after that I have a state called tasks with a structure that is iTask, and we have a key of type string, a name of type string, and a status of type boolean. This structure is exactly like the structure we have in our real-time database inside of tasks. A key of type string, a name of type string, and a status of type boolean, okay? Great. Besides that, we have use effect, and inside of use effect, we are calling a function with the name of fetchData. This function is being executed in the first time that our component is being mounted. And inside of fetchData, we have onValue. OnValue basically is a listener that listens to all the changes that occurs in our database. The connection with our database is being made with reference by DB, and after the connection is made, we can fetch data from tasks. All the values that are inside of tasks, so these values here, okay, all these values here inside of tasks are being stored inside of tasks data. After this, we can set our state tasks with all of the data that we are fetching from our database in tasks, and we can remove the message of loading of our page, okay? After removing our loading message from our page, we can handle all of our records. So to do that, we need to access each record by its key, and we can handle its ID, its name, and its status, okay? And after that, we can check the results of this code. So to do that, we need to execute npm run dev and open our page here, localhost. Okay, let's see our result is loading. Okay, great. Loading message, and after that we have ID number 1, name and status, ID number 2, name and status. So great, we have all of our records in our real-time database inside of tasks being handled here in our page. Great, this is a great start. Now we need to have a function to create new records and a function to remove some records too, okay? Before we continue with the creation of new tasks, let's change our style here because it's not beautiful, right? So let's change it. Let's go here. We have container, styles container here. So let's do that. Let's remove all of this and change main to container here, and let's see how it goes. Great. Let's update our page and see. Okay, ID1, ID2. Great. Now we can start the creation of new tasks. Okay, let's do that. So the first step is to change our interface here. Let's divide our interface in two, okay? To do that, I will change this code to this one, okay? Now we have a structure specifically for a task, okay, with name and status. And we have a task list that have the structure of our database. So we have the key of type string, and we have the structure of an object with name and status here, k. That is iTask, okay? So this change is necessary because we need to have a specific structure to a task, and this will help us to create a new task following this structure here, okay? So let's change here iTask for iTask list, okay? And let's see what else. Okay. Here iTask list here too. Okay, great. The next step is to add a new state. So let's do that. Let's create a state we call it new task name. This state, the objective of this state is to store informations about the name of the task, because all the tasks will start with the value of false in their status. Okay, so we have to change only the name. So new task name is for that. Okay, great. Let's create our function of add new task. Let's put it here. Okay. We are creating a function called add new task. We have a method called push. So let's import this on Firebase database key. Okay, push. And this is important because we are adding a new record in our database in the node called tasks with the following structure: a name that is the name of the state, this is the value that is in our state, new task name, and a status that is always false in the beginning. Okay, so the only change that we will have is the name. this tags will always be false. Okay. After adding a new task, we will erase all data of new task name. Okay. Great. We need to call this function now, so let's do that. Let's create a form for that and create an input to write the name of the new task. So let's bring this code here before loading and put here. Great. Here we are creating a form that have a label with task name and an input of type task, which has the value of new task name, and each letter that is being inserted or removed is being stored in the state called new task name. Okay. When we submit this form, we call add new task, and after that in add new task we insert or register in database inside of tasks. Okay, so that is our structure, and let's see if it works. Okay, save here, reload here. Okay, and let's see if we have our structure here. Great. We have input to insert a new task name. Let's put test and press enter. Great. We have a new register here. Let's check on real-time database inside of tasks here. Let's wait, and great. Here are our new register. Okay, name test, status false, and an ID that is created automatically by the database. Okay, this ID is generated automatically by our database. Okay, we can change if you want, but I will leave that way. Okay, great. Let's do one more test, test 2, and press enter. Great. Now we have our function to add new tasks, and we need now to create a new function that remove a specific task. Okay. Great. Now we'll have to create a new function to remove a specific register, and for this we have to import a method called remove from Firebase database. Okay, this method is responsible for removing registers of our database or node tasks. Okay, and now we need to create a new function. Let's put here these functions. Let's put here clear tasks, task key, and task reference. Okay, and task key. Okay, beleza. Let's erase that, and great. Now we have a function called clear tasks that receives a task key, an ID that is of type string, and with this ID we can access our database or node tasks and specific register by their ID. After that it will remove this specific register with the function remove by this ID here. Okay. To call this function we need to create a button, so let's create a button here. Let's bring this button here after our status. Let's put here. Great. Let's change here clear tasks and task ID. Great. Now when I click this button, it will call our function called clear tasks, passing her task ID. After that, we will connect to our database, our node tasks, and find our ID with this key. When he finds his ID and his register, this register, he will remove this register and it's uh, automatically refreshed our page with the records that are remain. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's go back here. Let's refresh our page. Loading. Okay, let's remove our task with ID number 1. Remove text. Great. Let's remove now our task with ID number 2. Great. So now we have our uh, function that removes a specific task for us. Okay. Great. To finish our system here, our project, let's bring some brilliant styles for our page. Let's change these styles. Let's improve here. Okay. Let's remove this duplicated container. Great. Its class name are here. Great. Or not. No. Let's update our code with class name here. Great. Now we have class name. Great. And let's see if all of the things is alright. Let's update our path here. Firebase configuration. Great. Let's bring you back here and see that our styles are changed. Great. Now we have a little more beautiful style. Not such more beautiful, but a little more beautiful. And that is great. Now we have our project finished because we have our data being fetched by our database in tasks. So all data is being presented here. We have a function to add a new task, so we can add a new task here, task 3. And we have a function to remove a specific task here. Great. All of this with real-time updates, so new records, records that are removed or inserted are being automatically refreshed. This is great. Okay. If you see here that if we add a new record here, automatically he listening and update here for us. Okay, let's test this. Let's add a new record here. Let's put 1, and inside of 1 let's put some records here. Name, test record, and styles. Let's put true here. Add. Great. Now we have a new record with ID number 1, test record. Let's remove this, test record, and styles true. Let's see if our project already updated this. Great. See that ID number 1, test record, styles finished. Great. Why this works? Because we have this function here, this method called onValid, that he refreshes our page automatically. He listens all the time, and when a record is being inserted, updated, or deleted, he listens to that and update our page automatically. So it's great. It's a great function. It's a great method that helps us to bring our data always updated. Okay. So guys, we finished our project. I hope you like it of our Lego project here. It has functions to remove, add, and get all the data of our Firebase database. So it's very important to explore other options like put. If you want to update a record, it's very simple. You can import here a function to do that. Okay, key update. This function of update we will change records, so it's very similar to clear user, but we have a little difference. Okay, just to show for you. Update tasks, for example, and after update tasks we can put our code here and here and here. Great. The only difference that we need to have from remove a task, I have changed that, don't know what happened here. Let's change that, and that. I have changed these things here. I don't know why he's with the user ID here. Great, now it's okay. Let's change here and here too. Great. Now we have all the names with task. Great. When I want to update a record, the only difference between this and clear tasks is that I need to pass a value together with our ID. So in update we need to pass two arguments that are the reference for database and the values. So I have to pass here the values of, for example, name of a new task, updated task, and a new status, all the same or the same status to do that. Okay, so I put here status false and okay. This is the function to update our tasks if you want to test here. I recommend that you can do some tests, you can integrate this with our form here. So you have several options to test this, and it's important to know how it works and if you want to use in your projects here. Okay, so this is the function to update records, and with this we now officially finish our project and our video here. I hope you have enjoyed our video, and don't forget to subscribe, and if you like our video, like and comment. Okay, thank you very much. See you next time.